Welcome back to the Anchor Down Podcast. This is Season 3, Episode 25, and this is going to be the finale episode for this year.
Of the school year.
Yeah, I'm your host, Ian Larrabee.
Call us Benny Galley.
We're coming back after,
a couple weeks,
maybe like a month hiatus.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit. It's the end of the year, springtime. It is busy as heck. I think everyone kind of gets this way.
Right. Yeah, especially if you're in any type of sport or activity.
Sports, whatever, working, and then getting done with school and all that just gets really crazy.
And then nice weather comes along, there's things to do. So
Yep.
It's not sit at home all day.
Right. I think there's that little bit of a lull that comes at the end of the winter sports season, kind of still cold and not very nice out. Then you get into spring, it's like, boom, it's time to do stuff, be outside, get to getting. Yeah, so we're going to come back here. This is going to be the last episode of the school year. It's going to be my last episode ever. And
we might have you on for a
couple
guest
years, right? Yeah, maybe I'll come back as a special guest.
Right.
I'd like to think that I had some part in building this up a little bit,
Right. Yeah, 100%.
kind of bringing it back, making it something, getting it out there more, and hopefully that keeps growing and stays around.
Right.
A few things I think right away let's run through maybe sports right away.
Sure.
We can start off with all the spring sports going on, or just at the end. Right now, pretty much everything's wrapping up or just about wrapped up. Softball, they had their last game of the season. I don't know how the playoffs work for them, to be totally honest.
Yeah,
I know that was their last.
I really don't either.
They had their last regular season game for sure.
Yeah, they might get seeded somewhere low.
Yeah, they might have one playoff.
They might have to have a play-in game to get into the quarterfinal. But
Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many teams are in that section.
They didn't have the best season overall, but they did have a few wins out there, which was good. I think there was a couple local wins as well. Beating kind of local rival schools, which is good to see. Baseball, they have one more game left, a game today down in Aiken. It's their last game of their regular season.
Okay.
They're sitting at an 8-5 record, so a win today would put them at 9-5. That'd be, that's not terrible right there. That's enough to get you somewhere.
Yeah, I remember earlier, probably even maybe the last podcast, they were still looking for a field to play on. So kind of shows how long you've been gone for.
Right. They're still in the gym.
Yeah. They did beat Cherry though a couple weeks ago, like 2-0 against a D1 pitcher, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. I've heard that they're definitely they're improving a little bit. I think last year was a tough year for them. Maybe even the year before wasn't the best, and so it looks like they're a bit on an upward trend, which is
good.
Very nice to see. In baseball, I know is one where numbers are a big thing.
Right, and again, I'm not sure how many seniors are on that team either. It might be junior field.
I think it is mainly. I don't know if there's many. I know that there has been a lot of kids that quit baseball.
Right.
They quit 9th, 10th grade area, somewhere like that, just because for whatever other reason. So spring sports kind of are a little interesting with.
It's like the numbers are not very high, but at the same time, I don't really blame them for being low because spring.
But then you also have track. Like track has a buttload of kids. I mean, there's 160 kids, I think, in track.
So many events, though. I mean, you could count that as like 3 sports.
Right.
For all the events.
Right. So many people, I think, would rather be in track because they want to run or they want to throw or like whatever they want to do more than another sport. And sometimes, kind of takes away. But then speaking of track, I haven't heard too much about them other than, I know they're having a pretty good season again.
I know girls running again, obviously from that cross country team is taking place there. They're winning a lot of the events. So it's really, really nice.
I do believe the boys took second at the Lake Superior Conference meet, which was last week or 2 weeks ago now.
Okay.
So they've been doing well. And then their regular season is over. Their sections will start next week. Next Wednesday, the 28th, is their prelim day, and then Saturday, the 31st, is their finals day. So they split it up like swimming and diving does the same thing. They split it up.
Do you have to qualify for that?
Yeah, I think you have to. I believe you do have to. I don't know how track works. Most don't ask me, but I think you have to be at a certain number to be able to make it to the next day.
Yeah.
And so obviously again, track, running, all that. We seem to be pretty dominant in that, and so I think both the boys and girls are probably looking to go as a team, and then looking to send many individuals.
Yeah, and those track meets are no slouch meets either. I mean, there's 15 teams there sometimes, so it's good competition. It's not like we're running against Buell and all them. So.
Right. Yeah. No, we definitely do have that going, and so good luck to them coming up in those. Tracks, one of those where it's weird. Every day you can run a little different, especially with some of those shorter races. Just a little bit of time can really make the difference. So hopefully they're feeling ready and good to go. And last that I have is golf. They have their last meet, regular season meet of the year today as well.
Okay.
They're going to be down in Duluth versus Duluth East. And then their sections also is next Wednesday, the 28th, is their prelim day, and then Thursday, the 29th, is going to be their final day.
Right.
I know for a fact for that you have to shoot a certain number. You have to be under a certain number to qualify for the second day. Yeah. And then they're doing really well, honestly, this year too.
We have some good golfers.
I know the girls. I think the girls won at least one tournament I saw. And then the boys have also, I think, won or a couple tournaments.
Won a couple.
But then individually, some of those boys have been doing very well.
Yeah, like the top 3 or 4.
Yeah, like just top 3 for sure. Maybe top 4 of them are very, very solid. So I think for sure.
Right. There's definitely golfers there that are going to play after high school.
Yeah.
So that's really nice to see.
And I do think that they're looking to go to state. Maybe not as a team, but individually.
Right. Yeah,
I definitely think a couple of them have that potential. I know last year the section meet did not go how they wanted it to.
Right.
There was a couple kids who probably definitely should have
done better,
gone to state even.
Yeah.
They just it wasn't their day. They didn't play the best.
That's what happens with those mental sports.
Right.
It can be a hair off and you're way off.
And it really messes you up. Then those are at Giants Ridge, which is kind of nice because that's where state is held. It's at Giants Ridge. Sections is there. Like, they get a lot of time playing on.
Right. And then they also have a couple meets there during the years.
Right. Yeah. Rock Ridge hosts there.
Probably an advantage from those South kids because they don't go up to the Giants Ridge to play a meet. They're always down there. So,
So very much so. Good luck to them. Hopefully they have a good meet today and then finish it out strong next week. You want to talk about tennis?
Yeah. Well, we were seeded second for sections, so that was last week.
For the 4th year in a row.
Yeah. We seeded second, then we were able to beat Cloquet to move on to the final, and then kind of just lost in the final, I guess.
Like every year.
Yeah, it's probably like five years in a row we've taken second to Rock Ridge or Virginia. I know when they first switched over when they were Virginia, we lost to them, and then the year after they switched to Rock Ridge, we still lost to them.
And then it's been every year since.
Yeah.
It's the exact same matchup.
At least 5 years we've lost in the section final. But on the individual side, Isaiah and Keaton made it to state again for doubles as well. They did last year.
Yeah.
Same with Cooper and Jack. They made it last year as well. So it's kind of funny because they take 2 teams out of that section.
Sure.
So they were both in the championship game, so it was just kind of a mess around.
Oh, really? Huh.
You guys are both going to state. You both are playing each other from the same school. So
it
was a little weird, but I mean it was neat for us. Yeah. Both of them, we get to send all them to state. But those 2 go to state. They get a ribbon on their name. So
that's pretty.
It was really cool to see. Yeah.
In that, when is state?
It would be June 3rd and 4th.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, down at. I think it's the U, but I'm not sure.
Probably. Yeah, that's super cool. We have now we've sent a double team now for like the past 3 or 4 years, right?
For individual wise,
Did Cooper and Drew go down?
Cooper and Drew went,
So So individually, the tennis, at least, we're sending something.
Yeah.
Getting to state, keeping our name at least above
Right.
the bar.
Yeah.
Of okay.
Single side is a little harder to make it because you have those kids that are in our section that just play tennis all year.
Right.
And they do the singles, and then, there's really no upsets in tennis. If you're the better player, you're going to win.
Yeah, sure.
Just by how tennis is played.
Right. Very technical.
You can try to grind it out and get to every single ball, but, at the end of the game, you're not going to be able to get to everyone. So.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so the single side's a little harder. I think we had 2 people play, and I think they all lost first round. So yeah, it is what it is. That's just how that one's gonna go. But
right.
Yeah, doubles very strong.
Yeah, that's very good to hear. And then other than that, is there any other? Are we missing anything? I don't think we're
sports wise. No,
yeah.
I think
that's everything.
Yeah.
Just some other stuff going on though. I know there was the Pops concert earlier this week. I heard that went very, very well. It usually does.
Right.
It
yeah.
pretty much
Stuff like that always goes
yeah.
well there. Like any music in our school is
yeah.
usually pretty good, pretty strong.
We
holds
do
a lot of people.
We definitely do have good music. We also had the band concert, which was a couple weeks ago now. That was a good time. Right. That all went well.
Yeah, orchestra.
The orchestra.
They had an event there.
Yeah, and then there was there's been a few other things going on. We had like the senior award night, a bunch of scholarships, all of that. That was the Monday before the band concert. The other week. That went very well.
A lot of money given out there.
A lot of money.
A
lot of money.
Yeah, college is expensive nowadays. So,
yeah.
Apply to it for as many scholarships as you can and hope you get them.
Certainly. And there's
not cheap.
Some of them are difficult. Just like when I was going through the application and going through a bunch of different scholarships, it's like there's so many that are specific to careers.
Right.
Like you have
or
to be
schools.
going into a STEM school. You have to be going into some sort of STEM degree,
right.
or you have to be going into a medical degree.
Right.
Like that was probably between STEM and medical took up over 50% of the scholarships.
Oh, I believe it.
Just that, and so, it's great for all of those people, and it's great to be in those fields,
right.
of course. But for a lot of kids who aren't going into those fields,
your options are
we don't, there isn't as much.
Right.
But
or you have to go to UMD to accept the Adam Johnson
right.
Foundation
Award. There's a lot of very specific ones, and so
not going to UMD, obviously you're not getting that one.
Yeah, and so not everyone can kind of get in that at the same level, but there's still plenty out there that anyone can apply for, anyone can get, regardless of where you're going. There's like clubs do them, like sports clubs,
even
like the booster clubs give out them, stuff like that. So
and even outside of like what options the school gives you to apply, there's still others around.
Yep,
like you look around town, there's scholarship application available. So
yep. So that was very, very nice, though. It was kind of just a nice evening, whatever,
right.
to kind of get all the seniors. And then there's a couple juniors that won some awards as well.
Okay, yeah. I wasn't one.
No, it was Harry Larson and Kennedy Coleman.
Okay.
They each won a thing. And then there is a couple other things kind of coming up here at the end of the year. There is the last day of school, I believe, is like the 2nd or 3rd. Yeah, Monday or Tuesday, that first week of June.
Yeah.
And then the seniors' last day is the 29th of May. That's next Thursday.
Oh, nice.
And then there is iPad turn-in that day. The seniors this year, we have a couple things going on. There's like a senior barbecue, which I know they are taking donations for that still.
Yeah, that's
people
really
want
nice.
to donate time, money, food, whatever to help
hot
out.
dog, ketchup.
All the good stuff.
Yeah.
Then we're also having a senior movie night at Cheever Field.
Okay.
So I think that'll be I think
That's
that'll be super cool. I'm excited for that. Seniors, we have graduation on the 6th, June 6th, that Friday. And then there's the all-night grad party after that at the Lincoln.
Yeah, that's always fun.
I've always heard very good things
Me
about
too.
that all-night grad party.
Especially when our brothers were seniors. Yeah.
So I'm very excited to go to it because
that kind of seems fun.
It is. It really is. Like, I know there's a lot of people who maybe think, like you're a senior, you're too cool to do whatever, or you don't have to.
Right.
But from my experience, like, everyone likes going to that.
Oh, yeah,
like
100%.
yeah, like everyone enjoys going to that. They give out prizes and
Yeah,
they win like a TV,
right, yeah.
games, like all this
Yeah, I
stuff.
remember my brother won a TV. He was sleeping in a chair, and they had to wake him up and get
Yeah.
up. You want a TV?
Yeah. So I know that it's going to be a real good time. So excited for that, and it's just a kind of I think they marketed it like it's the last night
Yeah,
to
kinda
spend time
like
with
a
your class.
closure.
Yep. Just spend time with all the kids and that you've grown up with, and kind of a little bit of chance to say goodbye, or
Right.
talk with people
Yeah.
you haven't seen in a while, whatever that might
Goodbye,
be.
good luck. Real life starts now.
Right.
I'll be live streaming
Oh, perfect.
The graduation ceremony will be live streamed, which I
On
know
HPAD.
is popular because tickets are limited for that, because
Okay.
every kid gets a certain amount of tickets.
Right.
There's only so much, and you have to fill up. The auditorium gets filled up.
Yeah.
But then there will be the live stream for families and friends to watch online if you're not going in person. And then other than that, Memorial Day on Monday.
Right.
Memorial Day. There's no school for that. Actually, just in observation
Yeah.
of all of those fallen veterans who have given their life for our country, and they do. I know for in econ, Mr. Holberg told us to as a kind of like a thing to try to do is get out to a local cemetery and watch. They do I think they do like a roll call of all of the
Yeah, that's cool.
all of the former
Fallen vets.
fallen veterans that are in that cemetery. They do a thing, and you'll see a lot of people bringing flowers
Right.
out to them.
Yeah.
So if you had any family members, loved ones, anything like that, just take some time, remember them, and appreciate them, or just everyone else. I mean, give some appreciation and thanks for people that gave their life so that we could all have ours here
Right.
today like
Yeah.
this.
Hibbing it'll be at the Memorial Building.
In Hibbing, it's at the Memorial Building. There's going to be a ceremony there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I know there's a pickleball tournament in a couple weeks.
There
at,
is that
at
pickleball
Bennett.
tournament.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
well,
brand
that's
new courts.
That's like the fourth or something like that, I want to say.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Sounds like the fourth.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
Yeah, pickleball tournament. Those new courts at Bennett.
Beautiful. Really
Should be
nice.
very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been pickleball has been something that's picking up a lot, and I think
Yeah,
we've
I
been putting
think
some time into
yeah.
it. It's really fun to play. I mean, even if you've never played before, it doesn't take that much time
No,
to just
to
to
learn.
kind of figure it
Yeah,
out.
I mean, it's kind of hard to hit a wiffle ball out, so
Right.
it really makes it
Right.
easier. But yeah,
I
kind of
will
like
say,
badminton, which doesn't go.
yeah, I've seen some of the tennis kids. Like I saw, like Isaac, like Hildenbrand,
Okay.
last year, whatever, playing it, and like. Tennis kids playing pickleball is a little bit of an advantage.
Right, yeah, yeah.
they kind of are a little bit better, but everyone can get out and play some pickleball and have
yeah,
a good
the scoring
time.
is a little weird because you have to, in order to win a point, you have to
Yeah,
be
it has
serving.
To, yep, it has to be on
But
your
then
serve.
if it's their serve and you win the point, it's your serve guy. It's a little weird.
It's
but
a
I'm
fun
sure
game,
It wouldn't
though.
take long to get to know.
No, I've played a whole heck of a lot of pickleball.
Yeah.
It's a fun time.
Yeah, and then
Um,
other summer events. There's a bunch going on in
Yeah.
Hibbing in the summer. So if you want to just check out the city website or Facebook page or
Yep.
just ask around, I'm sure someone will get you.
Yeah,
get you a
there's-
clue of what's going on.
There's all sorts of things going on all the time. There's the parades that come up. There's
Yeah.
that
Music
like Hibbing on
concerts.
Howard, the stuff on
Right. Every
the
Monday.
Howard, where the stuff for little kids, games, all that, whatever things to get out and do.
Street dance.
Concerts, street dance, just
Right.
what?
The First Avenue Mile.
First Avenue
it's like
Mile,
a running
like a
marathon.
race.
Yeah.
Sure. So there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff
Right.
going
Yeah, and
on.
There's also a new promoter at the racetrack here.
I did-
as well.
I did see
So,
about that, yeah.
It should be opening soon. So yeah.
Yep, all the races that go on. Just summer's a good time,
Right.
There really are. Well, we have to make advantage of it because we have all that time of winter, 8 months
Right.
of winter.
Yeah.
We can't do anything.
Yeah, you can only really run stuff for about 4 months, and
Yeah.
then you're out of luck. So yeah.
So hopefully everything goes well with the end of the school year. Everyone's able to get through.
No summer school and
Yeah.
all that type of stuff.
Then summer comes around. People enjoy summer. I know a lot of people are still playing all their sports. They're out working, doing this and that, whatever. Just remember to be safe, be smart out there.
Yeah.
And then other than that, again, I won't be here anymore.
Right. Yeah.
My last
It's
time.
left on to me. So
Ben
yeah.
will still be here, like passing the crown on
Yeah.
over to him.
Make sure you thank us.
And then we'll see how that all goes next year. But I think just a quick last, like a big thank you to everyone who's watched it, who's supported it. A thank you to the Megan Zubich, Mrs. Zubich at the school for helping put all of this on and getting it, getting it moving and helping it and all of that, getting guests on, things like that. And then obviously, the big thanks to HPAT, Hibbing Public Access TV, for hosting us here, streaming it, editing it, posting it.
Not possible without the behind the scene work.
Right.
So, yeah.
And then also, of course, just thank you to, HPAT for everything else, all of the events at the high school that are recorded, all the concerts,
hockey games, you name it.
Right.
Yeah.
There's so many things that they've done and helped out with, that I think most people, that if you have a kid in the school or if you are a person in the school, you've probably benefited from them.
Right.
once or twice before.
Get your film off there, anything.
Right.
It's genuine.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yep. So a big thanks to everyone. And other than that, again, just have a great summer, and see you later.
For over 25 years, U.S. Bank, located at 211 East Howard Street in Hibbing, Minnesota, has provided office and studio space for Hibbing Public Access Television. We are thankful for their ongoing support. Hibbing Public Access TV may be viewed on these platforms: hpat.org with video on demand, Mediacom Hibbing 802, 805, and 807. On Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Download the Hibbing Public Access TV app for your iPhone and Android devices. Find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Vimeo. For more information, scan the QR code and go to hpat.org.